and I call the member for Clark.
Deputy Speaker, my comments on this bill tonight will be mercifully brief because the substantive issue is incredibly simple, and that is that this bill is entirely unnecessary because the government and the minister already have sweeping powers to cancel or revoke visas on the basis of someone's character. It's that simple. We don't need to be here. But it does raise the question, Deputy Speaker, why are we here? Why is the government bringing on this entirely unnecessary and patently cruel bill? And I'll tell you why, Deputy Speaker, because this government will miss no opportunity to pander to racism, to hate and to xenophobia. It will take every opportunity to polish up its national security and so-called border security credentials. And it will not miss an opportunity to try and wedge the opposition whenever it can. I'll say that again, Deputy Speaker. This bill is unnecessary, but it is a blatant attempt by this government to pander to racism, to bigotry and to xenophobia, and to thump its chest and make out that it's tough on national security, it's tough on border security, and it will not miss this opportunity to try and wedge the opposition. And what's Labor doing, Deputy Speaker? It's going to roll over. It's going to abandon all the towering speeches it's given on this bill and previous iterations of this bill. It's going to completely abandon high principle. It's going to roll over for one purpose, to pander to its political self-interest and to try and get more votes at the next election and to try and win government. In other words, this mob is unprincipled. We know that mob's unprincipled. This is the opportunity tonight for this mob to show some backbone. But it won't, Deputy Speaker. It'll roll over as it chases votes. I say shame on the lot of you. On this issue, when it comes to some aspects of national security, and certainly when it comes to border security, I've had a gutful of the lot of you, the government and the opposition. You are completely and utterly unprincipled, and that's not good enough. That's not in the public interest, Deputy Speaker. Why can't we in this place finally show some humanity, show that we are a principled country, that we will do the right thing, we will show the rest of the world that we are principled, that we do have integrity, that we treat people fairly, that we have a developed sense of judicial justice and that we respect the judicial system. And we don't go around accusing judges of trying to cook the books and looking for loopholes. Deputy Speaker, this is another terrible missed opportunity tonight, that the government would behave like this and the weaklings in the opposition will go along for the ride. And it's not good enough, Deputy Speaker, for the opposition to say, oh, don't you worry about our behaviour tonight, we'll seek to amend this bill in the Senate. No, you vote every time along the lines of what you believe is right and how you feel about a bill. It was like the religious discrimination bill last week, Deputy Speaker. Towering speech after towering speech after towering speech from the opposition. And then they rolled over and they voted in favour of the bill. Weaklings, the lot of you. What has this country come to? And then you look with amazement at the rise of the independents and try and come up with some explanation for why there's such a heightened interest in the crossbench and the independents right now. Because we represent our community. We vote on conscience. We stand on high principle. And we don't abandon all of that just for the sake of some lousy votes. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.